if you've seen the last episode where we went and fixed the drive on the snowblower, you witnessed when I started the snowblower the ripcord breaking. So in this episode, we're going to fix the ripcord. Let's take a look how that works. So first of all, here's the housing for the ripcord. You can see where it came out here. And this housing holds the actual cord and the spring mechanism. Again, I've never opened this, but we're going to open her up and get it fixed, hopefully. I found that this is a 7/16 nut, so I got my socket 7/16. I also picked the extended one so that I can get some reach in there. And now we're just going to take this off. So here it is off. Basically just took those 4 nuts off, flipped it over, and this is the view. That connects into here. This obviously connects to the motor. And as you pull the pull cord, locks into position, pulls and turns the motor, and starts the engine. Starts a spark, gas ignites, the rest goes on. So what we're going to do now is take this puppy apart and figure out how this cord works and sits in there so that we can put a new cord in and put it back. Okay, I'm going to start taking this device apart. First thing I noticed is this screen comes off right there, so that's cool. That's easy. I have a feeling this doesn't come apart, and the object here would be to run a new cord in. So I'm unwrapping it this way. I got to remember that, because I'm going to want to wrap it on the new cord on the same way. So when I'm looking at it, I can remember I'm wrapping counterclockwise when I wrap it back up with this facing top. Okay, I bought this universal pull cord kit. Next time I'll just buy the nylon string. On the bright side though, I do have an extra pull handle that I can use for something else eventually. But what I do have right now is a spare cord. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cord out. And I put this cord in. Okay, so there's a hole right here where the other cord was in. The easiest way I can see to put it in is slide it through this hole and then through that hole. I can line it straight up to that other hole. And it comes out here. And then I'm just going to pull it out with some pliers. And now I've got the wire fished. I'm going to tie my knot on the end here just to keep it in. And there's our knot. I just made a double knot to make sure it was nice and big. It won't slip through the hole. Okay, so now that I got the cable in, just going to let it run through, twist it on this way. What I'm trying to do is just figure out how it's going to roll back. When I pull it, I want it to come back. So it looks like I might need to shorten it a little bit. So The best way to test something out is to just stick it on and try. Okay. Probably make it just a little bit shorter here. You can see here's the distance I have left over. It will sit in there, but I want it to pull back in nice and tight. So I'm going to cut it again to this point. Okay, so once again I've shortened this, and that's just to have it so that it pulls it back into the chamber and holds on to the handle nicely. There's no slack in the handle anymore. And that's what I want. So let's do this back, let's tighten this back up and try it out. Okay, so I'm going to prime it, set the choke. Let's try it out. Perfect. That worked a lot. That worked really well. So as you can see, a lot of mechanical stuff isn't as difficult as it appears. I've never really seen, I've never changed a pull cord, I've never knew how to do it. Got a little bit of instruction from my uncle last night, just to what to expect when I open it up, but there's nothing really to it. A lot of things are like that. As long as you apply common sense and logic to how it's working, do a little bit of research and figure out how it works and what to expect somewhat. Never go beyond your means, so if you don't know for sure about something, you might break it or you might hurt yourself, so don't go past that point. Other than that, as you can see, I've been only doing this for a little bit, learning the mechanics of things, you know, to save money for the homestead. And well, that's why I'm offering these videos, as a beginner's point of view to fixing mechanics and doing this stuff. If there's anything you have to add, go ahead and add it in the comments. I'm more than happy to get some feedback. As I said, I'm new to this, so I'm sure I have a lot to learn. I'm sure I did some things wrong, and I'm always willing to learn. For the next video, I also need to change the oil to my snowblower, and the augers keep moving when I turn it on, so we'll solve those problems coming up.